a long-standing history and experience with trucks, both virtual and real. And we'd love to get more into that again as well. But that's, of course, not all you do. You do content creation and you do streaming as well. So for those who don't know your channels and kind of what you're about, do you mind giving a little bit of an introduction to those?
Yeah, sure. I'm originally from the States. I live in Sweden. I've been here since 2001. And I drove trucks in the States and then did 4 years military service in the U.S. Navy before I moved to Sweden. And I've had a range of different jobs here in Sweden, but it's mostly been truck driving. A lot of different types of trucks here in Sweden.
Mhm.
You know, rigids, hook and lift, cement trucks, dump trucks, and some rigids with dolly trailer.
Mhm.
Just about everything.
Just about everything. That's what it
Um,
sounds like, going through the list there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but today, at the moment, I was hired as a truck driver at an archiving company.
Okay.
Archives documents, does electronic recycling, cloud services, data
Mhm.
stations, you know, stuff like that. But they weren't really up to date on what they had for a truck and what we were able to drive here in Stockholm. It turned out to be too old to use here.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's so
So
they're
I'm
not,
driving
they
the
didn't read the rules and they just kind of assumed they could use what they had and they couldn't use it at all.
Yeah, because it's not really
Dang.
a transport company per se.
Got it.
So
Okay. Lots of different rules and
yeah,
regulations that you got to pay attention to that fine print, chat. That's always the rules. So
yeah.
hopefully you were able to help them out with some expertise there. And if I remember correctly, um, your name, because we usually ask our guests about their names, but your name, if I remember correctly, it came from Magic the Gathering. Is that right?
Correct.
That is
Yes.
correct. That's pretty
That's
cool. Do we
cool.
have any Magic the Gathering fans in the chat? Actually, anybody here? Peter, you are.
Yeah,
You're
I
not in the
played.
chat, but you are.
I played it. I played it when I was a kid. I still have a lot of cards at home, but I don't have anyone to play it with. So
Oh, I've never played it. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people that do play it, but I've never played it myself. Nightmare, do you still actively play or?
No, I don't actually. I still have my old cards, but because we used to, I started playing it with a group of guys in the Navy because that's what we would do when
Mm,
we were out at sea with nothing
mhm.
else. So we would set up late at night on the ship and play Magic. And there's the Nightmare card. It's the actual card is called Nightmare. It's from the Alpha set. I don't know. The artwork on that card really stood out to me.
Mm, mm.
So when it later down the road, when I started
Sense.
streaming, that was what like the first thing that come to mind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
But,
That is seriously cool. And
Those were the
yeah,
days.
that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Those were the days. Exactly.
So
Some of those
Nightmare
cards
is
might
so
be worth a lot of
common.
money.
So,
Oh, is it a common
oh yeah,
one?
they are. I said no. I was gonna say Nightmare. The name is so common, so I had to
That's
put the
true.
SC on the end for Sweden.
Yes, of
Country
course.
code.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That does make sense. But yeah, some of those older Magic the Gathering cards, some of the auctions and stuff or unpackings you see now, and people just putting out these crazy cards worth so much money. If anyone, I don't really know Magic the Gathering that well, but I heard about the Black Lotus being like the most rare and
Yes.
like
Oh yeah, that one. I was
crazy
about to say
expensive
that's the
card.
most expensive card in the whole Magic set.
Oh, I think I do remember. Wasn't it like they put out one of one card? It was like the ring from Lord of the Rings. Was that the Magic the Gathering as well? I don't know if that was or not. That might have been something else,
Oh,
but there was also something there that was very expensive. But that's such
could
a
have
cool
been
backstory,
later.
man. I love to hear that. I love to hear the stories behind the names, and you've got such a unique one. So, and of course, chat, we're going to be asking Nightmare questions throughout our drive today as we get into the convoy here. But if you have any questions for Nightmare, feel free to throw them in the chat. And Nightmare, if you see one that you want to pick out and answer, feel free to as well. But of course, we have challenges as well, which we'll get into a little bit later. But he's been super active on his YouTube recently as well. So if you can give him a subscribe there, watch a few of his videos, he would really appreciate the support. The links are in the channel, but you can find him most places, nightmare_SE. On YouTube, it's youtube.com /nightmare_SE. So we'd appreciate that if you did that. So, but first things first, we got to figure out where we're trucking, Peter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I found this job to Marseille, and I was
Marseille.
wondering It's a pretty good pay. I was wondering if we can maybe use the ferry to make it even better. Like go to Naples, then
Huh?
to Porto Vecchio, and then to Marseille. Take
That
2
was a great
ferries.
Italian accent. I like it. I mean, if you think you found a shortcut,
I think I might have.
then I'm down for it. I am down for it. If you want to give it a try, Nightmare, would you be down for it?
Let's go.
Let's
Okay.
do it. Okay. I said that. So we're gonna follow Peter to get this job, and then we're gonna follow his routing as well, I guess. Since he knows the shortcut, apparently.
I hope
So-
I hope so. I hope I'm not
You
lying
hope
to you.
so. I think you got it figured out. I think you do.
It makes sense, right? It could work.
It could. It could indeed. All right. So,
See, somebody asked why I moved to Sweden.
oh, good question. Yeah, please tell us.
For love.
Ah,
After
that.
after I got back home from the service and started trucking, I had a Swede just randomly message me on a very old messaging app called ICQ.
Okay.
And and was just wanting to have some advice on some travel destinations in the States, and
Mhm.
something besides New York and Los Angeles that everybody always goes to.
Everyone knows those. Yep, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ended up being an online love relationship, and we ended up getting
Mhm.
married, and I moved over.
I think that's the
Yeah.
best reason.
I think that is 100% the best reason, and it's something I'm trying to do right now because obviously the UK split up technically from the European Union, so I can't so easily move over there. But yeah, I'm also in a longer distance relationship with my lovely fiance in Germany. So yeah, hopefully we can follow a similar path to you there, Nightmare. In that case, but great question, and I did actually want to ask, if you don't mind sharing, of course, what kind of like position or rank were you actually in the Navy when you were serving?
I was only in for 4 years,
Mhm.
but I managed to make it up to E4, which
E4.
is petty officer 3rd class in the U.S. Navy.
Okay. So what kind of like day-to-day things were you doing? Were you like looking after particular things on a boat, or did you have like a certain role that you had to do?
I was in the department that took care of the aircraft fuel and diesel that we had on board.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
And so I spent most of my time on the flight deck, but I did
Mhm.
also have some days and nights where we'd have to be in the pump room, but
Mhm.
most of it was on the flight deck.
I heard those are pretty loud on the flight decks. I heard it's
Yeah.
also pretty rough as well if you have a rough day at sea, but the operations don't stop, right, on those kind of boats.
No, they don't.
So I'm sure
As
you
long
earned
as the
your sea
planes want to
legs.
fly, then we have to work. So.
Yeah, of course. So you well and truly earned your sea legs, would you say, out there in some of the rough conditions I can only imagine you went through in your time serving out there. That's pretty impressive. Now, before I ask you another question, Peter, don't think that I didn't see it. You definitely got a point there, right? You got yourself a little fine.
Well, I got a fine.
Hitting the red line. Okay.
I got a
okay.
fine. Question is if I should get a point, because last time when we were
Okay, here we
driving
go again.
driving in driving academy, I completed one more scenario when I had 0 points. So I should have had
Oh,
-1 point. So now I
Hmm.
think I should go back to 0.
Has anyone done minus before though? I'm not sure if that's even a thing, is it?
Well, I didn't go to minus, but I think now I should go back to 0. Right?
Right. Who gets to make this decision? I don't know. What do we think?
I know
chat?
it's not gonna be
those-
me.
For those who don't know, basically everyone that drives on the streams, except our guests, of course, but everyone who drives on the streams from our team, if they make a mistake on stream that results in a violation or a fine, then they get themselves a point on the board. And once they reach a maximum of 12 points, then they have to be taken off of the road because obviously they're not very good at driving and a danger to everyone else, and go back to driving academy.
Yes,
So
happened to
that
me.
is how it works. So obviously keeping your score as low as possible, just like in golf, essentially, is the name of the game here.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are saying 0. Thank you, guys.
0. Okay.
Yeah. So, oh, you are so nice to me.
Cat's being good to you today. They're
Yeah,
being kind.
they are always being good to me.
I'm gonna have to pull in over here and rest right quick.
Okay, yeah, no problem. We
Okay.
can do that. Either
I
do you
didn't
need to
have it.
rest? Because you seem to always forget that you need to rest. Is there
Uh,
something that you need to do?
I don't know. But you know what?
Maybe just do it. Do it just anyway, just in case.
Where's the over
Just
here,
right here, it's
on
on the
the
screen.
right or left?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I will do it.
3
I
speedboats,
probably
man.
need to sleep. Ah,
Get everybody synced up.
Nope.
that was just a
Little bump in
Yeah.
the road. Little bump.
maybe I hit a rock or something. I don't know.
Maybe. I think you did. Yeah. All right. Let's pull on in. Everyone get their rest. We should be good.
Fuel
They're gonna
tank.
allow you there.
You fueled up as well?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I should have probably not parked so close to you. Hang on.
Oh, you're fine.
Move on back.
Did it allow you to rest there, or?
No,
Oh.
I mean I don't need to rest anyway, personally. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
okay. I'm all good.
I didn't realize you could sleep there. I didn't see the icon.
No. All right, so hang on. We should probably sync up real quick before we get on the move here, because he has taken us on a different route, correct? Like we're not following the GPS technically.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
let's quickly stop and let's sync up our routes here in terms of which.
Well,
so you're saying we need to go to
Naples?
Naples. Okay,
To
so we're
the-
gonna set some markers here to the port, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
then
from there
from
we will
there-
be able to. Or wait a minute. Oh, okay. I see now that I think from Naples the ferry goes to Barcelona, but from Barcelona there's a ferry to Marseille, so we should be good.
You want us to go to Barcelona on the ferry?
Yeah.
We're in for a long ride, I think.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
it's gonna be like a cruise trip, you know. We're gonna have fun.
Okay, we're gonna follow Peter on this one. We'll see how this goes. I trust him.
All right.
Interesting. Oh, it's Nightmare. It is. That's our special guest. All right. Well, Nightmare, you go ahead here in front of me, and let's get on the road. And actually, I did have a question for you regarding this. Might be going back a little bit. So, but you remember one of the biggest culture shocks you had moving from the United States to Sweden? Like, what were some of the biggest changes for you?
A lot of it was adapting to the social system they have here, and like just everything for the kids is free, and then all of a sudden getting 5 weeks of vacation versus maybe 1 week.
Nice, right?
Oh, that must have been nice.
That must have
Yeah.
been.
So
Gosh, that is pretty cool. So, like, would you say also the cultures are quite different, or is it quite easy to adapt to as well? Would you say?
it took some adaptation, but mainly the language. But you know, there's a lot of people here that speak English. You
Yeah.
can get by on English.
Would you describe your language of Swedish fluent at this point, or
Yeah,
you
it's
feel like you're always learning? It is fluent. Okay,
Yeah.
Nice.
great. That's
yeah. There's always going to be like more technical terms and stuff that you don't use every day that you're going to learn. But
Are you kind of like the kind of person that you just kind of sit down and read a book and kind of learn from that, or are you more of a visual learner when it comes to learning languages? Because that's not easy to learn like a second language when you're a little bit older. Of course, if you're doing it as a child, it's much easier to adapt to, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
yeah, I'm better with things visually. But I had a a lot of help whenever I first moved over.
Mm-mm.
My partner, she was like engulfed me into Swedish, made everybody speak it to me, made me watch Swedish television, listen to Swedish
Okay.
radio, even started out like reading Swedish children's books.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
you just have to surround yourself with it.
I've heard that it can actually work the opposite way. If you have a partner in a foreign country and the partner speaks the language, it makes it easier for you to not have to use the language. So you will not learn the language. From what I have heard, at least here in Czechia. But yeah,
Okay.
if they help you learn the language, then it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a big difference in having a supportive partner there in terms of helping you integrate into a new area and even a new country, even. So, but I mean, coming from the States, you had quite a bit of experience behind the wheel. What kind of trucking were you doing out in the States, if you don't mind us asking?
I did over the road. It was a large trucking company, Covenant Transport. A lot of people in the States will know of it.
Mhm.
So I did over the road, and I was set up to where I would drive about a 2-month period,
Mhm.
and then I would be at home.
Jeez, that's a lot of time on the road then.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that sort of stuff. That's
So you were working like for the whole 2 weeks, or you had some breaks in those 2 weeks, but you were just too far away?
It depends on how well the dispatcher gets you hooked up
Oh.
for the next run. I would have sometimes it would be pretty much drop and hook and off on the road again, and then sometimes you could have up to 3 days.
gee. So would you just be all over the States, or did you kind of keep to a certain area?
No, I was all over the States in Canada.
So you could say you've pretty much visited every state, maybe par Alaska, or did you even get to Alaska?
I've been to every state except for 2.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna guess, would that be maybe Alaska and Hawaii?
Halfway correct.
Halfway. Okay, so Alaska, you've been to Alaska then, is what I'm guessing.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you've been to Alaska. So Hawaii and one up. Can we get a clue? What's a clue you can give us without giving it away too much?
It's much like Sweden, actually.
Much
Minnesota?
like Sweden in the States.
Wisconsin?
No, not Minnesota.
You're just gonna start listing every single state, Peter.
I thought Minnesota is a little bit like Sweden.
A little bit like
Yeah,
Sweden.
it's similar, but I would say this state is probably the closest to what Sweden is like.
Chat, do you have any guesses? Because I can't think off the top of my head which would be quite.
Like, is it closest
Maine?
geographically or closest in terms of?
Oh, good question.
It's climate.
It's
the fauna.
climate. It's green.
Oh,
Okay.
somebody got it already.
Somebody got it. Vermont.
Yeah, Shatter Mage got it.
Oh, Shadow Mage. Maine.
Maine, yes.
USA. I don't know much about Maine. Okay, and I guess you wouldn't either, not being there. Can the chat tell us about Maine?
All I know is it's like densely forested, like Sweden is, and pretty much about the same climate as well.
I feel like, man. I mean, I know maybe now is not the best time, but at some point in the future, you need to go back just to tick off, just to say that you've done it, that you've gone to Maine, and that you've gone to Alaska. Just do like a plane trip between the two. Step out. Like, yep, I've done it, and then you just ticked off every single state on your checklist there. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is really, really cool. Okay, so you did over the road trucking there, and then you then brought that experience over to Sweden. And how did that compare driving between from the USA to Europe? Was it quite a hard learning curve, would you say?
No, not at all.
No.
A lot of the stuff with the trucks is similar. Honest, the design. naturally, but I actually prefer the cab over
Oh,
over
okay,
the
okay.
conventional. Yeah,
Gotcha.
these AI
Is
are
there
messed up
a
here.
particular reason? They are. I can see this. These AI.
I don't know. I actually find them to be more enjoyable as like a smoother ride, and
Mm.
with the double airbag suspension and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But 'cause you have the truck suspension itself, then you have the cab that's also on airbags.
Mhm.
But they seem to be more efficient. I have more power as well. I don't think you can get anything that's 700 horsepower in the States
Oh, yeah.
without it being a
That's
custom engine.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I know they have big engine blocks out there, but yeah, no, you're right. You're definitely right about that. And would you say like actual kind of like driving road rules wise, like signage and actually and all this sort of stuff, was that quite difficult to learn, European wise?
No, the only thing that was the big difference was the circulation intersections or roundabouts.
Oh, yeah.
That was something I'd never really dealt with before. So
They are not in the United States?
I've heard there's more and more popping up in the United States.
Mhm.
I've also heard that
But
as
back
well.
in the
Yeah, I mean,
90s, yeah, back
go
in the
ahead.
90s when I drove there, you just didn't see them.
Yeah, I imagine they are quite confusing. I mean, I remember when I was learning to drive, approaching a roundabout was like my biggest nightmare because I was just like, how do I do it? And it kind of, after a while you get used to it. So
I've lived basically my whole life close to a 2-lane huge roundabout, which is always busy with traffic. So I got a lot of like experience even before I started driving.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And what would you say for those who are watching? What is like the most challenging or hardest aspect about trucking that people who have never done real life trucking might not realize? Would you say?
If you're driving long distance, it's mainly the part about being away from home. It's really tough if you have family. But if you're driving local, you have to do like multiple stops distribution, then it's time constraints. A lot more stressful.
Yeah, I've seen some videos recently that I was watching some guy who does like vlogs on his channel, and he's like always receiving incoming from different drivers, and he's saying that the dispatcher's always giving him a really tough time, like that you have to be there between a certain time and be there by this time and out by this time, and like there's a lot of constraints on that sort of stuff. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
I wouldn't like
imagine it can
that.
be quite challenging. Yeah, I wouldn't like that either because some things are just out of your control, right? There's just some
Yeah.
things that happen that you just can't do anything about. And you don't want to be unsafe on the road either. Safety being the number one priority. So
Exactly.
but then sometimes you kind of get the consequences of not hitting those times as well. So yeah, I can understand why it can be very stressful. That's for sure. In some cases. But that said, there are some good companies out there and good ways to get trucking as well. And a lot of our community have been inspired to even in some cases pursue their own truck driving license in the form of CDLs and such. And Nightmare, I wanted to kind of get your perspective. I'm not sure if you've had a go at it, but have you had a chance to try out the driving academy since it came out?
Yeah, I've done the first two parts. I haven't looked into the doubles part yet. Something I need to do. I have driven doubles in the with mods, of course, the rigid with the dolly trailer a lot in the game. So
did you drive doubles as well in real life?
I have driven dolly trailer here in Sweden, and then in the States, I was on a what they called eagle runs, where you drove postage for the post offices in the States.
Oh, okay.
And Yeah, and they ran these double and triple trailer configurations with
Triple.
they're shorter trailers. We called them pup trailers
Mhm.
because they're pretty short, and they run those in the double and triple trailer configurations. That it was a tight timeline on those, but all we had to do was pick up at one terminal, drop off at the next terminal, and then hook up a new set, and then hit the road again.
Okay. So
Yeah.
kind of once you got into that rhythm, you were like pretty okay with it.
Yeah, and a lot of those trucks, they drive teams as well, so I had a co-driver.
Mhm.
So whenever I would drive 8 hours, and then when my time was up, we'd switch off. He'd drive 8 hours, and I would sleep.
Oh, I see. Was it
Truck was
uncomfortable
running
sleeping whilst I was
24/7.
driving?
Yeah.
Was it quite uncomfortable when someone's like driving, you're just trying to sleep? Because I imagine it can get kind of like noisy, right?
No, well, it does, but I mean, you're used to it.
Yeah,
I was
used
sort
to
of
it.
used to it from the Navy already, so
That, you know what? That's true. I imagine that actually, compared to that, would be a quieter environment.
Yeah.
And probably a bit more comfortable as well. I've seen some videos of like people who take oars of the boats and stuff, and like the sleeping quarters are like bare, like they're just crunched together, like, you know,
Mhm.
triple bunk
Yeah.
bed with like barely
Yeah.
any headroom. They just have to kind of like squeeze out of it, and yeah, barely room to move around really. So
roll in and roll out.
roll in, roll out. Exactly. Just a little curtain just to swipe over, if that. If that might be a luxury. I'm not sure if that's on every boat, but
We had curtains, yeah.
okay, that's good. That is good. So, kind of getting more into your truck driving. Obviously, you've taken quite a bit of that experience, and then you've also transformed it into doing content for ETS2 and ATS as well. And you've been doing streaming for quite a while, and also content creation. Where did that all begin with streaming?
That just happened randomly.
Mhm.
I don't remember how, but somehow I found out about Justin TV.
Mhm.
And I started watching people that were streaming on there, and that sort of captivated me. And after a while, I guess probably after about a year of watching Justin TV, I was like, man, I want to do this myself.
Mhm.
So just
Well,
decided to try it, and ended up liking it, and here I am.
here you
It'll
are.
be 12 years.
12 years.
Because I remember last time you were with us, you're saying you're close to your 10-year anniversary for streaming. Yeah, that completely makes sense. I remember that now. But I did want to quickly ask chat. This is gonna this is gonna kind of give us an idea of the ages in the chat. Chat, who remembers Justin TV? Does anyone remember Justin TV?
I
don't know, Peter, if you know, you don't remember Justin TV. I remember Justin TV. If you do remember Justin TV, well then congratulations. You're among with us as well. You've heard of it. I am all would I do, says Potato Win. Okay. Well, for those who don't know, Justin TV was the name that came before Twitch.tv. So it was the original Twitch.
Oh.
So it was previously known as Justin TV. And there's a little bit of history yet. Peter wasn't born yet? Oh, man.
When was this?
Somebody asked if I've ever pulled a car hauler. No, I haven't.
Oh.
I've never carried any cars.
Yeah.
1,500 euros to go to Barcelona, but I believe it's going to be worth it.
You think it's going to be worth it? Okay, we're trusting you here, man.
If not, I'm sorry. Now we just have to board the ferry again, right?
Oh, the ferry is not triggering for me, so I'm going to have to back up here.
I'm going to turn on the roundabout. It's pretty narrow here.
There we go. All right.
Get it?
Embark. I got it. Yeah. For some reason it wasn't triggering the first time. But yeah, Justin TV came in before Twitch, and they then rebranded when it was bought out, I think, if I remember correctly, because it was more of an independent kind of service, much like how YouTube used to be owned by a few guys. So, and now it's all more corporate-y. But yeah, that's old school stuff. So 12 years of streaming, and in that time, you must have covered so many different types of games and done so many miles in our truck sims. And I've seen recently some of the challenges and more that you've been doing. I'm going to be very honest. I'm not sure where I'm going. I
I turned on
I'm
the
going round and
roundabout, went
roundabout.
back into the ferry.
Oh, you went
But
back
you
to
don't
the
have to
oh,
go on the roundabout. I just felt more comfortable turning
Oh, so
there.
we're going back into the ferry.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to
gotcha.
Marseille.
Marseille. So yeah, you must have done a lot of kind of virtual miles and played all sorts of different games. And recently, you've been doing lots of different types of challenges and content in terms of, helping people out and mastering their parking and doing the ATZ challenge. We'd love to hear some more about some of the things that you've been doing on your channel recently. Maybe tell the people what you got going on.
Yeah. Like you said, I'm doing what I call an A to Z challenge, where
Mm.
I'm basically taking every city that's currently in ETS2, put them in alphabetical order, and then I deliver to each city in that order.
Mm.
And it was something I've seen. I wish I could remember the guy's name. I've seen another streamer do it, but it was like a long time ago, talking like 7-8 years ago.
Gee.
And it was just like the idea just lived rent free in my head ever since. And I finally decided, all right, let's do it.
So what's your progress so far on that? Have you just started or are you quite a ways in?
I've only made it to B so far.
Okay.
Yeah, we were in Bari there, so that was the last place I delivered to, I believe.
Got it.
I am doing it across a couple different profiles, but
That makes
keeping
sense.
the list. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it requires quite a bit of planning actually ahead, because you kind of need to figure out your routes beforehand of, where do you go next to make sure you're doing it in the right order, right?
Yeah. But it's going to take a while, because we've already ran into quite a few runs that like stretch all the way across the map. So there's already been a handful of 3,000 and 4,000 kilometer runs in there.
Whoa,
that's crazy.
That is crazy. That is. That's really, really cool. And you've also got some other things that I've seen, like about parking and such like that as well. How would you say you keep your content fresh? Like, does it require a lot of planning, or do you just kind of have ideas that come to your head and go, I'm going to do this next, and you just kind of roll with it, kind of like, a bit more fluid in that sense?
I just kind of go with it. The parking, I basically just use the same gameplay that I'm doing whenever I'm doing the A to Z challenge. Just clip out the parking parts and then hope for something that's going to offer a little bit of a challenge. But it'll be all types of different trailers. I think even one of the latest ones I posted, I even did the HCT trailers.
Ooh, that's
nice.
Sweet. That is really, really sweet. So, chat, if you're just joining us, we highly recommend giving Nightmare_SC here a follow on his YouTube and Twitch. You can find him there on both platforms, but it'll be a really, really massive favor to us and a big help there to the Nightmare as well if you could head on over to his YouTube channel, youtube.com/nightmare_SE, and check out some of his content there, and to drop a like and a follow and a subscribe as well. Leave some comments and make sure to watch the videos there. He's trying to hit some goals with YouTube there.
Oh, yeah.
And all your support would be very, very much appreciated. So if we can make that happen with our community, we'd love that. And I'm sure Nightmare would be very, very happy as well. There, I've been spammed into the chat. Thanks, David. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
So that would mean a lot to us, of course. Speaking of parking, we're not going to be too far away from doing it. But do you have any advice for players who do struggle with difficult parking maneuvers in the game? Is there like some sort of kind of like trick, or like just something easier they can do without skipping, of course?
There's a few things. I watch a lot of other streamers as well. I let them do their thing, though. I don't try to backseat anybody, but I notice a lot of people like they'll try to hit the accelerator, back it in fast, but
Mm,
it's better to just let the truck roll by itself, make it
Mhm.
slow, and if you can use I can't remember which camera it is. I think it's either the 5 or 6 camera. You can look backwards,
Mhm.
like you're looking out the window backwards. I use a head
yeah, yeah.
tracker, so
Mm.
but you want to look at where you want the trailer to go, not where the trailer is going.
Mm,
And then,
I like that.
True.
yeah, one of the other common mistakes is oversteering.
Hmm.
People tend to steer too much. So just small adjustments. Look where you want the trailer to go, and just let the truck pull itself so that it goes nice and slow.
That's good advice. I like that. There's no rush, of course, unless you're like late to your delivery. But even then, you shouldn't rush too much, guys. You shouldn't rush too much.
When you
But,
said speaking of parking before, Alex, I thought you were gonna speak about me.
Oh, sorry, because we do have Mr. Peter Parking here in the stream, of course. The one and only.
Really starting
Pe-
to react to parking as my second name.
Peter is like our resident Peter Parker here. Do you agree with that advice, Peter, or do you have something else extra to add on there?
I agree.
You agree? Okay, I like it. Valid.
Good
Valid.
advice.
I like it.
I
Good
wouldn't have said it
advice.
better myself.
There you go. Peter Parkin has said it all. That's for sure. That's very, very true.
By the
SES
way,
superhero.
this was supposed to be like a 15-hour in-game job. I think we've done it
really?
in like 30 minutes, which is what, like 7, maybe 6, 7 in-game hours. So
That's
I
pretty
think
good.
it worked.
So it does pay off to not always follow your GPS route and maybe take a look at what
And
other ways you can take.
you can get demerit points on a ferry.
Someone said that in the chat earlier, and I thought, you know what? That's such a good point. Is that the less driving he does, the less chance he goes back to driving academy. So, welcome to Ferry Simulator 2. Hope you're having a good time. Let's play ferries. We should be in Greece if that's what you want to do, because Greece
Oh,
is
yeah.
just go everywhere by ferry in Greece.
Played it smart.
He did. He got us there. I gotta say. He did play it smart there. But no, but in reality, I mean that's a good thing to look out for when it's a job contract, paying pretty well, and you can save some time there. You're pretty much guaranteed not to be late at all. I've gone with the hard parking option here, and it is actually a very hard parking option. Who left this trailer there? Oh boy. I've got to go behind that trailer. So this is gonna be fun. I don't know if, are you doing the same as well?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna park, and then Nightmare, I want you to tell me everything I've just done wrong, because I feel like this might take a while. I need some critique here, maybe, because it's been a while since I did some more challenging reversing here. So I'm gonna concentrate. Peter's gonna judge me silently while he's
Well, I will judge you loudly, Alex.
While he's
Well, I will judge you loudly, Alex.
Loudly?
Yes, you are doing this wrong. You are a bad driver.
Oh my goodness. Very encouraging. Very, very encouraging. Now I'm trying to go with advice here just to take it easy. Go quite slow here, just like Nightmare was saying. And try not to oversteer, kind of predict where the train is going. But I think I might have already oversteered a little bit already. So I'm gonna just a little bit here. I feel like Bob Ross, like when he adjusts his paintings. Like,
yeah.
Made a little mistake. It was a happy little accident. Adjust it again. You can fix it.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna say about every fine I get from now on. Just a happy little accident.
Just a happy little accident. Okay, and then I'm gonna.
We should rename the demerit point table to happy little accidents table.
Happy little accidents. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. Oh, hang on. I think I'm adjusting the wrong way here a little bit.
You're on a controller too, aren't you?
I am on a controller. You're right. That is correct. So it might be a little bit easier for some. But there is the green.
Nice job and a
Oh,
beautiful
good.
truck.
I don't know why we're dropping the boat there, by the way. Why are we dropping the boat there at the dock? That's that's a bit of a strange one to me. I'm not sure if they're going to quite
Yeah.
fit it through the warehouse.
Well,
door
maybe
there.
there's some
Um,
work gonna be done on the boat. I
here,
guess
I'm
it
not so
can
sure.
fit through the door.
I'm not too sure, but let's watch tonight. Let's see a pro here do it now. I'm gonna line myself up here and watch. Now you see that? You see, I can already see what he's done here. He's using all of the available space there. You see, it went all the way to the right of the yard there.
Yeah.
So good stuff.
What a
Why
nice
is there lots of
boat.
was in chat? It is a nice boat, actually.
Would you rather have the truck or the boat, Alex?
Probably the truck, because I have no idea where I would keep the boat.
In the garage.
In the garage next to my shed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know actually. To be fair, you can go pretty far on a boat as well. You have a lot more open seas, but yeah, I'm not too sure. What would you take the boat or the truck?
Well, if I was a real truck driver, I would probably take the truck. But since in real life, I don't know if I would use a truck, and you have a lot of fun on the boat, but I'm gonna say the truck because I have to.
You see how smooth that was, by the way, from Nightmare? Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
Like didn't even hesitate, just knew where to go,
Beautifully.
dropped it in, beautifully done there. Nightmare.
Yeah.
And it shows. The experience shows. Absolutely. That's the
Thank you.
the work of a master right there, that's for sure. All right. Do you think we have time to squeeze in one more little job, Peter?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. We got something down on the job
We have like
contract
16 minutes at least. Let's take a
board.
look.
Let's have a look what's in the yard here at least and see what
To
is
Albania.
on
I
offer.
think we don't have time for that.
Is there a ferry by any chance going through Italy?
Well, I guess we could pretty much do the same route as we did now, just reversing,
No,
but
we won't do
and
the same
then
route.
take a ferry from Bari to would it? I guess it would also work, but there's another job to Marseille. No, sorry, we are in Marseille to Lyon.
Leon.
I think that's exactly what we need.
Okay, let's do that then.
All right.
Let's clone the job here.
Where's
Let's
the
see.
over there?
Fake job. Let's do it. All right. So where's my trailer? Oh,
Okay,
it's right here.
I'm really sorry I didn't do the hard parking option. I was the only one. I will fix
Were
that
you
in the I will fix that with this delivery.
Okay, sounds good. We'll get you hooked up there first, and then we'll let Nightmare lead this next
Of
part of
course.
the convoy. If you
Yeah.
don't mind, Nightmare,
Okay.
we'll follow you. So we'll do that. All right. By the way, I have a question for you in terms of parking here, Nightmare. Someone actually did come into the chat the other day, and they said, they got on their CDLA, I believe it was, and they were super happy about it. But they also mentioned that they actually found backing up a truck and maneuvering a trailer actually a little bit more difficult in game than they did in real life. Would you say that is correct? Would you say yes, that's true?
Yeah, it is.
What would you say the reason is for that, in your opinion?
I don't know. I think for one, you don't actually feel what the truck is doing.
That's exactly what they said. That's one of the things they exactly said. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if it has to do with the angles and stuff. It's other than not being able to feel the truck and possibly the angles. It's no, it feels different. It's very similar. You can get some good practice and learn the basic principles, but
Well,
it's just harder somehow.
when we were at Volvo Construction Equipment, they also took us on those simulators. They have these construction machine simulators like a loader or an excavator.
Oh yeah.
And it's also much harder to do it on the simulator than in the real thing, because you have the screen in front of you, and it's really hard to see like the depth. You don't, you see it on a flat screen, so you don't know how far the rocks are from your loader and stuff like that. So yeah, that was harder as well.
See, yeah, they did. I remember they mentioned in the chat as well that another big thing which you kind of touched on then, I mean, was visually. You can really a lot more naturally look out your truck and visibility, or get out the truck if you need to and look around and kind of get a perspective on it. But they find that a little bit harder to do in our game as well. So I find it quite interesting. It's interesting that does translate across multiple different people, saying that there is a little bit of an aspect to it that does make it that little bit more difficult, but it kind of prepares you in a way for arcing, which I know not every scenario we replicate correctly in the game in terms of realism and stuff like that. Of course, there's a lot of different challenges that you'll come across in real life, including having to sit and wait for hours because they're not ready to accept you for your delivery yet. So that is also a thing. Do you believe that there is anything in your opinion that we do definitely most certainly get right in terms of trucking in the games?
Oh yeah. Like you guys, the trucks are exactly modeled. So, and then the principle of trying to reverse is the same. Because I've had people that will come into my chat and they're like, "Oh, I'm looking to get my CDLs, but I'm afraid of reversing the truck." And well, I asked them, "Do you play the game? Do you park the truck and reverse it in the game?" They're like, yeah, it's not actually that bad. And I'm like, well, then you're going to ace your test. But the physics with this latest update has improved massively.
Oh, you noticed? Yeah, some people were questioning about it, whether if there is a bit of a change or not. So I'm glad to hear that you have felt definitely a change in that.
Yeah.
What is this guy doing?
Who is it? The coach ahead of you?
Yeah.
Because you didn't do the hard parking, man.
That's why. He could have gone multiple times, but he didn't.
Somebody asked if I play ATS or just ETS. I do play both games. I play more ETS than I do ATS, but I do play both games. And I am looking forward to the buses. Road trip.
Coaches. Road trip as well.
Road trip, I'm kind of on the fence about.
Understandable. So, we know it's not for everyone. People just love their trucks, so they're more heavy vehicles, and we understand that as well.
Maybe you play more ETS2 than ATS because you've actually lived ATS.
I don't know. I'm not. I think it's mainly because I think I have more of the community that plays ETS than I do ATS. Because I do have some people that like driving with me regularly. A lot of them do play both games, but somehow we end up in ETS more.
It's not a bad thing to kind of keep things varied, check out something here and there on one game and then go to another game. And obviously as updates and such come as well, things change over time. You can always go back and check, of course, Illinois, up and coming, one of our DLCs. I'll definitely be wanting to check that out, heading to Chicago, into the Windy City. And I don't know much about Illinois outside of Chicago. And I'm always excited to kind of see what, because you always kind of have an image in your mind, right? When somewhere from a movie or from a game or from a TV show, you kind of have like a bit of a stereotype thing of it. Like Chicago is just the only thing in Illinois, maybe. But in reality, I'm sure there's a lot more to Illinois than people realize. And then the same goes for the countries in Europe as well, of course. With a lot of our projects and upcoming DLCs there as well, like Iceland. Is there anything, Nightmare, that you're particularly looking forward to future-wise from SES Software, or something you're kind of hoping that we'll do in the future?
The main thing I'm looking forward to that's been announced so far is Iceland.
Iceland, for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. If there's something that I would like to see come to the game, I think I said vintage trucks the last time I was on the stream,
Yeah, you did.
and
do
now we're
remember that.
getting the Scania and the Ford for ATS.
That came as a surprise. That came as a
So-
surprise to me. Even I didn't even. I was on the show. I didn't even know about that. I saw that. I'm like, wow, that's so cool. Actually, we're making it happen.
So with the Ford cab over coming to ATS, plus the work that they're doing together for the Ford road trip vehicles, I'm hoping there'll be some sort of cooperation between the European side so that we can get the Ford F-Max as well.
Have you driven that truck before in real life, or is that not something you've?
No, they're not very common here.
I've not really seen them here in the UK either. I'm not. I think they're more common in other parts of Europe for sure. But
Nightmare, didn't you take the wrong exit, or did I? Did it just look like that? No, I thought you turned right there. Okay, sorry.
No.
You're fine. He's good. He's good.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no, it'd be cool. Obviously, we're always looking to add more trucks in the future, so definitely something I would love to see as well. Is there anything outside of like trucks, like DLCs or additions or features you would like to see as well?
Well, I was very excited about the expansion into Canada. So now I'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen on the European side once that starts filling up. So
yeah,
where are they going to go next?
Of course, we've already got a couple of DLCs that we've announced. So we've got Iceland and Ireland. So those are both very, very exciting places. Of course, Ireland, a long time coming, I think, with the UK there, kind of with the rework as well. It's gonna be really, really fantastic.
I've always wanted to visit Ireland, so I never did.
I've never been to Ireland. I've never been to Ireland, and it's just like across the road from me. So I'm not sure.
Across the
I
road.
need to go to Ireland. I need to go to Ireland before it releases. That's for sure. Kind of explore it myself. I need to make that happen. All right. Well, time is slowly running out. So I don't know. Will we get this trip done? What do you think, Peter?
I think we should be able to do it in time.
It'll be close.
Yeah? It would be close. Yeah, we got about 5 minutes left here, right? So head over to the.
It was like a 4-hour drive. I think we had like 14 minutes for that. So I guess we should be able to do it.
Okay. I trust in you, Peter. I trust in you. All right. Well, let's keep it rolling then. Do you actually have a favorite truck brand, Nightmare?
I've always chosen Scania. But since the release of this Volvo FH6 Aero, I don't know, I may actually be swaying more towards the Volvo side.
It's a really nice
truck. It is a nice truck. Now, I'll give you that. This might be an obvious question, but I'm going to ask anyway. Do you prefer driving in manual or automatic?
Automatic.
Automatic.
Yeah, I drove an 18 speed in the States, and then I have driven a couple of 12 speeds here in Europe, and I just like being lazy and driving, to be honest.
And that's fair. Let the truck do half the work,
Yeah.
You're already doing quite a lot of work as it is, so it makes complete sense. That's for sure. And in terms of
Air Cruise is wondering about hood mirrors.
Oh yeah, hood mirrors. What, in ETS 2, or do you mean in ATS?
ATS. No hood mirrors. No hood mirrors.
You don't like hood mirrors? No.
No.
Fan? No. I've never been a huge fan either, personally. Sorry, Air Cruise.
So, I don't mind them.
Oh, you don't mind them at all?
No. I don't really care. I can have them on the truck or not. I think they're fine.
So in terms of like the future of streaming and content creation for you, Nightmare, what you got coming up in the future, and if anything exciting that the people should be looking out for, or what says you?
I don't know. I guess I tell my community that I try to want to do like more variety than what I'm currently doing, but I usually ends up being trucking like 95% of the time. It's hard to get away from. I don't know. But there are some releases coming up this year that might actually could make me do some more stream time in some other games.
Mhm.
Okay, okay.
Going slow. So there's one called Light No Fire.
Okay, not heard
it's,
of that one. Yeah.
it's made by it's supposed to come from the same developers that did No Man's Sky.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Hello Games, right?
Yeah, yeah. And it's like an open world RPG adventure survival base
Hmm.
building type thing.
Mhm.
And their game world is supposed to be like a 1-to-1 scale of the size of Earth.
Really?
Oh, really? Wow, that's a big project. I mean, the only other game I know that's done that is Flight Simulator from Microsoft. There.
Yeah.
That's
Here we're
amazing.
talking about a game that's going to be like, they say it's going to be 100% explorable, the whole thing.
Really?
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sounds
Which,
crazy.
I don't know.
I'll have to
If
look
any
into that
company
one.
is going to do something like that, I feel like Hello Games would be able to do it since
Mm,
they pulled off No Man's Sky. So
they did, yeah. I mean, they had a bit of a rough beginning, that's for sure, but they over time
Mm.
fixed up and made it happen.
Mm.
And now look at it, it's thriving. So
Yeah.
that sounds pretty cool. We have to look for that one as well. Check that out. So maybe a bit more variety coming to your streams. But I heard you also do a bit of convoy and stuff. Is that something anyone can join, or is it like part of your community, or how do you work your community there in terms of convoys?
there's several different servers that I choose to drive on.
Mhm.
It just depends on who wants to join up. If people want to get some mods together to join a server, or if they'd rather just run a vanilla server.
Mhm.
It's just it's basically up to who's going to be driving that day and how many. It could be a modded
Okay.
server, or it could be a vanilla server.
Okay. And how would people best find out when you're trucking? Do you have like a Discord? Is it just best to follow your Twitch or YouTube or?
It's probably best just to follow the Twitch or YouTube. Because I do have Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as set streaming days.
Right.
Yeah. So outside of those 3 days, I'm really not at home and playing a lot online with the community. It's mainly just the stream days.
Got it. Yeah, of course. You got to find that balance between work and streaming. So that makes complete sense in terms of that as well. So, chat, again, do want to remind you, it would mean a lot to us and also to Nightmare if you can give him a follow at his YouTube and his Twitch as well. So, Twitch.com/Nightmare_SE. And same on YouTube as well. And like we said, mentioned earlier a little bit, that he's trying to hit some goals on YouTube. So, if you could go over there, give him a subscribe and watch some of his videos, and they are really, really good, very informative, and some fun challenges there along the way as well to watch. That would mean a lot to him as he's trying to hit some goals with YouTube. And honestly, we wish you the
Definitely,
best of
yeah.
luck with that. So I hope you do reach your partner status in the future. That would be fantastic. And we'll make sure to watch a few videos on the account as well, just to help out there with your watching time. So
Appreciate it.
give you a hand, David. Give it another shout out there. So don't forget those links coming in as well. By the way, chat, if you didn't already see on our blog as well, we had some brand new news coming out today for our upcoming 1.59. That's right, 1.5. I think it's the first 1.59 news.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
And it's all about the Volvo Trucks Experience Center, which we're going to be bringing as part of the 1.59 update. And it's going to be almost a 1-to-1 scale of the actual
I have to
Experience
say,
Center.
it looks really accurate.
Yeah, because you've been there, right?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
But
Oh, I thought you had.
no. I don't know who was there. I wasn't there, but yeah, it looks really accurate from what I saw. What I saw, you know, from the real place.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, it's a place where Volvo take potential customers to check out certain trucks, and they also test the limits of the trucks there. They have kind of a course with all sorts of ways they can change it around or test certain aspects of a truck and how it behaves on different road surfaces and stuff. And of course, you have the customer experience center there as well. So that's all going to be included in the game there. Now, it's kind of like similar to some of the other similar places and locations that we have in the game where it is off your GPS. So you do need to find its location, which we've listed in the blog there, to get to it. It's kind of like off a hidden route. And also with this one, it is based, of course, in Scandinavia. So you will need the Scandinavia DLC for this as well. We'll be coming to an update to that DLC. So, but maybe we'll do a few giveaways for the Scandinavia DLC on social media or on our Twitch here once we get to check it out in the future update. So definitely check out the blog there, blog.scsoft.com. It's always good to stay up to date. Oh my god, my driving is don't
What's going on here, by the way, on this
nothing.
roundabout?
No, there's something going on. Don't look behind you.
Let's just send it.
You can send it. Yeah, you can send it. I'm really happy that
This one
you
car
can't
moved, so I
see
think I can get
this.
around these other ones.
There we go. Never seen AI reversing around the roundabout before. Oh, we're good. We're good. There we go. Okay.
And
it's
we are
clearing itself out.
We are here.
Oh boy, this AI, I'm telling you, has a mind of its own sometimes. We need to look into it more, I reckon. Get a bit of an overhaul in some cases.
It was a pretty quick drive.
That was.
Took
that
us
went-
on down.
Yeah, you did pretty well there on the timing. Well, it's gonna be a bit of a tighter
Well,
turn in here into the yard.
Few minutes late, but
That's
still
okay.
good.
Still good. We didn't accommodate for the tolls and stuff, so that's not completely your fault, I would say.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's get ourselves parked up. And then, unfortunately, we'll have to wrap things up here for today. And it is our final stream of the week, but never fear, because SCS Software is always pretty much streaming every week. Quite rare that we don't have a stream during the week. So if you're not already following here on our Twitch or our Facebook or our YouTube, then definitely do so, because you're missing out on a lot of cool content. We've got some really cool streams coming up. You can catch releases here, exclusive interviews, community convoys, of course, with lots of great community members, including Nightmare here. And of course, if you miss any of them, if you just got here, then all of our VODs are available to watch on replay on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SCSoftware, underneath the live tab. So I'm going to have to turn around for this parking. So definitely go check it out there. I chose the hard parking, but it's put me in a different spot to all of you. I'm going to have to swing the trailer around.
Oh, they did put you the one over here in
They did, yeah, kind of
or
like
number 6 or something.
yeah, between all of the different trailers here. So I need to get myself moving. And someone's conveniently left a forklift truck there too. So that's always great. Always so
I did see
nicely
a question.
placed.
It was a little while ago now, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, Hilo was asking. I think it was what part of the bigger states that I like driving in most.
Oh, and what would they be? Would you say?
I think if it was referring to the states, it would be up in the northwestern part, like Montana, Idaho, Washington,
Is that because they're a lot more
Oregon,
scenic or
Colorado.
less traffic, or
scenic. Yeah.
a lot more scenic? Yeah, better office view,
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay. How are you doing, Alex, with
Alright.
the parking?
I'm good. I'm just lining her up now. We should be good here. There we
Perfect.
go. Oops, that's not the
Yeah, you
button I
got it in
wanted.
there.
We got there in the end. We got there. All right. Good stuff. Well, time was fun. I wish we had some more time to do some trucking, but we've unfortunately got to disappear. But you can catch some more trucking of Nightmare, of course, on his channel, like we mentioned. Make sure to give him a follow. It's pinned at the top of the chat as well. But of course, a massive thank you. Let's get lots of GGs and
Yes.
thank yous in the chat for Nightmare joining us this evening. Thank you
It
for
was a
taking the
pleasure.
time out of your day. Oh, we got a raid coming in just as we're ending. Yo,
Ah.
DD, I'm so sorry. We're just about to end, but hello everyone. Welcome along. Great to have you here. Hello from Mexico. Good to have you all here. We are just ending ourselves, but we are going to forward you somewhere. I'll find somebody to raid, so you're not left with nothing. But thank you so much for your raid. But yeah, Nightmare, thank you so much for being here this evening with us. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah,
It's a
thank
pleasure
you.
to have you back, and hopefully it won't be the last time. We'd love to have you again at some point in the future, in terms
You're
of
welcome.
trucking. So
Yeah, thank you
always
guys for
great
having
to
me
have you
back.
on. Yeah, thank you. All right, good stuff. All parked up there. There you go, looking lovely there with our trucks. Taking a picture? Yeah, I'll take a picture here real quick. Give me a
Take a
second. Let me
picture.
Get the camera out. Everyone nicely lined up. And perfect. Got it. Got the picture. You're a great community called Los Vocados. Well, thank you, everyone. Hello from Spain. Hola. Good to see you. Well, thank you, everyone. Appreciate you all coming from ED_Manca. But we are going to be disappearing here for today. Peter, it was a pleasure as well. Thank you for
Thank you
being
very
behind the
much.
wheel. And David as well behind the scenes. And of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
all of you in our chat, in our YouTube and Facebook as well. It's a real pleasure having you all. We don't have any more streams for this week, but we will be back next week with more streams. So do not go
Definitely.
anywhere. We will be back. So make sure you are following for that as well. Let me find someone here to quickly forward the raid to. So I don't want to leave our lovely raiders behind. Let's just quickly see who's streaming over on Twitch that we can raid to see if we have any familiar names doing a bit of Euro Truck Simulator. This is when Nightmare secretly goes live, so we can raid his own channel. it'd be a pretty good tactic actually if we did that. It would be pretty good.
Nah.
Let's have a look. We're gonna go with maybe someone we've never never ever maybe raided before. I see somebody here called Team Grumpy. I like the name Team Grumpy. It's Miss Candy. Let's raid them. Let's do
Okay.
that. So stay for the raid, everybody. If you're in our Twitch channel, let's head on over there for the raid. So again, thank you everyone, and we'll catch you all again very
Thank
very
you too.
soon. And we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye for now, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
And welcome back for another
Hello.
SES Software stream. Great to see everybody here. Welcome along. If you join us for the very first time, welcome along to our community convoy. We're on our third stream of the week. So if you're joining us back again, thank you for being here. Thank you all for your support. And if you're joining us for the very first time, my name is Alex. I'm one of your community managers here at SES Software, developers of Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator. And joining us in the studio live from Prague at our studios there, we have Peter Parkin back in the
Hello, it's me.
He's back at the helm. You might
Yes.
have caught us both yesterday. We were both streaming, but we're over at our good friend Sparks' channel, having a lot of fun doing a bit of a Q&A question time over there, me and Peter. So
Yeah.
this is our second day driving together, so lots of fun ahead still. How you doing, Peter?
I'm doing good as always, Alex. What about you?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. Excited to get trucking again. And that's, of course, with our very special guest that's with us today. Welcome back, I have to say, because it's not his first time here. We have Nightmare again in the studio. Nightmare, good to have you back.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back. It's a pleasure. Honored to get to
Always.
drive with you guys again.
It is
Looking forward
great to
to
have
it.
you back. Yeah, it's been a little while since we last had you on the stream. I had a little look back on our previous community convoy stream when we did that, and that was back in 2024. And in fact, it was the first community convoy of 2024. And I think, Peter, you are still pretty relatively new to the
Yeah.
company at this point, right?
Yeah, I'm here for like 2.5 years. So at that time, I was here only for a few months. This was also my first community convoy. So
Oh, there you go. There you go. So, I mean, time absolutely flies, but we want to catch up on how you've been doing, Nightmare, and get you introduced to some of the new viewers that we have here as well, because what you do is pretty cool, and you have a great history as well, and you have a long-standing history and experience with trucks, both virtual and real, and we'd love to get more into that again as well. But that's, of course, not all you do. You do content creation and you do streaming as well. So for those who don't know your channels and kind of what you're about, do you mind giving a little bit of an introduction to those?
Yeah, sure. I'm originally from the States. I live in Sweden. I've been here since 2001. And I drove trucks in the States and then did 4 years military service in the US Navy before I moved to Sweden. And then I've had a range of different jobs here in Sweden, but it's mostly been truck driving. A lot of different types of trucks here in Sweden.
Mhm.
You know, rigids, hook and lift, cement trucks, dump trucks, um, and some rigids with dolly trailer,
Mhm.
just about everything.
Just about everything. That's what it
Um,
sounds like, going through the list there.
yeah, yeah. So, but today, at the moment, I was hired as a truck driver at an archiving company.
Okay.
Archives documents, does electronic recycling, uh, cloud services, data
Mhm.
stations, you know, stuff like that. But, they weren't really up to date on what they had for a truck and what we were able to drive here in Stockholm. It turned out to be too old to use here.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's so
So I'm
they
driving,
didn't read the rules, and they just kinda assumed they could use what they had, and they couldn't use it at all.
yeah, because it's not really
Dang.
a transport company per se,
Got it.
so
Okay, okay. Lots of different rules and
yeah,
regulations that you gotta pay attention to that fine print, chat. That's always the rules. So,
yeah,
um, hopefully you were able to help them out with some expertise there. And, if I remember correctly, um, your name, because we usually ask our guests about their names, but your name, if I remember correctly, it came from Magic the Gathering. Is that right?
correct,
That is
yes.
correct. That's pretty
That's
cool. Do we
cool.
have any Magic the Gathering fans in the chat? Actually, anybody here? Peter, you are.
Yeah,
You're
I
not in the
play.
chat, but you are.
I played it. I played it when I was a kid. I still have a lot of cards at home, but I don't have anyone to play it with. So
Oh, I've never played it. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people that do play it, but I've never played it myself. Nightmare, do you still actively play or?
No, I don't actually. I still have my old cards, but because we used to, I started playing it with a group of guys in the Navy because that's what we would do when
Mm,
we were out at sea with nothing
mhm.
else. So we would set up late at night on the ship and play Magic. And there's the Nightmare card. It's the actual card is called Nightmare. It's from the Alpha set. I don't know. The artwork on that card really stood out to me.
Mm, mm.
So when it later
Most
down the road, when I started
expensive.
streaming, that was what like the first thing that come to mind.
Mhm.
Name. Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
But,
That is seriously cool. And,
Those were the
yeah,
days.
that's it.
yeah.
That's it. Those were the days. Exactly.
So,
Some of those
Nightmare
cards
is
might be
so
worth a lot of
common,
money.
so
Oh, is it a
oh,
common
yeah,
one?
they are. I said, "No, no." I was gonna say Nightmare, the name is so common, so I had to
That's
put the
true.
SC on the end for Sweden. Yeah,
Yes,
the
of
country code
course.
for
Yeah.
Sweden. Yeah.
That makes sense. That does make sense. But yeah, some of those older Magic the Gathering cards, some of the auctions and stuff or unpackings you see now, and people just putting out these crazy cards worth so much money. If anyone, I think I don't really know Magic the Gathering that well, but I heard about the Black Lotus being like the most rare and
Yes.
like
Oh, yeah, that one. I was
crazy
about to say
expensive
that's
card.
like the most expensive card in the whole Magic set.
Oh, I think I do remember. Wasn't it like they put out one of one card? It was like the ring from Lord of the Rings. Was that the Magic the Gathering as well? I don't know if that was or not. That might have been something else,
Oh,
but there was also something there that was very expensive. But that's
could
such
have
a
been
cool backstory,
later.
man. I love to hear that. I love to hear the stories behind the names, and you've got such a unique one. So, and of course, chat, we're going to be asking Nightmare questions throughout our drive today as we get into the convoy here. But if you have any questions for Nightmare, feel free to throw them in the chat. And Nightmare, if you see one that you want to pick out and answer, feel free to as well. But of course, we have some questions lined up here for you as well. Big hello to our
Alright.
Twitch chat. Big hello to our YouTube chat and our Facebook chat as well. And do want to really quickly, and I'll be reminding you all of this throughout the stream, make sure to give Nightmare a follow. He puts out some fantastic content, does some great
Definitely.
streams, does some really cool challenges as well, which we'll get into a little bit later. But he's been super active on his YouTube recently as well. So if you can give him a subscribe there, watch a few of his videos, he would really appreciate the support. The links are in the channel. But you can find him most places, nightmare underscore SE. On YouTube, it's youtube.com / nightmare underscore SE. So we'd appreciate that if you did that. So, but first things first, we got to figure out where we're trucking, Peter.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I found this job to Marseille, and I was
Marseille.
wondering, it's
Mm.
a pretty good pay. I was
Mhm.
wondering if we can maybe use the ferry to make it even better. Like go to Naples, then
Uh-huh.
to Porto Vecchio, and then to Marseille. Take
That
two
was a great
ferries.
Italian accent. I like it. I mean, if you think you found a shortcut,
I think I might have.
then I'm down for it. I am down for it. If you want to give it a try, Nightmare, would you be down for it?
Let's go.
Let's
Okay.
do it. Okay. I said that. So we're gonna follow Peter to get this job, and then we're gonna follow his routing as well, I guess. Since he knows the shortcut, apparently.
I hope.
So-
I hope so. I hope I'm not
You
lying
hope
to you.
so. I think you got it figured out. I think you do.
It makes sense, right? It could work.
It could indeed. All right. So,
See, somebody asked why I moved to Sweden.
oh, good question. Yeah, please tell us.
For love.
Ah,
After
love that.
yeah, after I got back home from the service and started trucking, I had a Swede just randomly message me on a very old messaging app called ICQ,
Okay.
and yeah, and was just wanting to have some advice on some travel destinations in the States, and
Mhm.
something besides New York and Los Angeles that everybody always goes to.
Everyone knows those. Yep, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ended up being an online love relationship, and we ended up getting
Mhm.
married, and I moved over.
I think that's the
Yeah.
best reason.
I think that is 100% the best reason, and it's something I'm trying to do right now because obviously the UK split up technically from the European Union, so I can't so easily move over there. But yeah, I'm also in a longer distance relationship with my lovely fiance in Germany. So yeah, hopefully we can follow a similar path to you there, Nightmare. In that case, but great question, and I did actually want to ask, if you don't mind sharing, of course, what kind of like position or rank were you actually in the Navy when you were serving?
I was only in for 4 years,
Mhm.
but I managed to make it up to E4, which
E4.
is petty officer 3rd class in the U.S. Navy.
Okay. So what kind of like day-to-day things were you doing? We like looking after particular things on a boat, or did you have like a certain role that you had to do?
I was in the department that took care of the aircraft fuel and diesel that we had on board.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
And so I spent most of my time on the flight deck, but I did
Mhm.
also have some days and nights where we'd have to be in the pump room, but
Mhm.
most of it was on the flight deck.
I heard those are pretty loud on the flight decks. I heard it's
Yeah.
also pretty rough as well if you have a rough day at sea, but you know the operations don't stop, right, on those kind of boats.
No,
Yeah.
no, they don't.
So I'm sure
As
you
long
earned
as the
your sea
planes want to
legs.
fly, then we have to work. So.
Yeah, of course. So you well and truly earned your sea legs, would you say, out there in some of the rough conditions I can only imagine you went through in your time serving out there. That's pretty impressive. Now, before I ask you another question, Peter, don't think that I didn't see it. You definitely got a point there, right? You got yourself a little fine
Well, I got a
hitting the
fine.
red line.